guys, what is up? My name is Megan. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm here with my August TBR, which as always will be determined by playing Candyland Picks my TBR. If you are unfamiliar with the rules or how I adapted this board game to fit my TBR, I will redirect you up in the cards. I have a playlist with all my Candyland Picks my TBRs and the rules. I don't want to make this too long for those of you guys who just want to see me play, so we will be playing again. I will have a chart with all the color prompts and what they mean. I have also made a few adjustments in regards to the prompts and how I will pick them. I wanted to make Candyland Picks my TBR a little bit more fun, a little bit more challenging, so as always I will have 7 spins and obviously punishment spins if I didn't read everything, but for specific prompts I have also created these little Ziploc bags with like extra prompts, I guess I could say, where let's say my prompt is to read a middle grade book, then I will go to green because it is the corresponding color and then pick out a prompt from there which is a little bit more specific, for example with LGBTQ themes or an adventure book, and etc, etc. I have that for thrillers, middle grades, romances, and my TBR Vet, which is a book that is typically over 1 year old. So that's what I wanted to mention. As always, there are 7 spins this month. I will have an extra spin, so it makes it 8. For the month of July, I actually had reduced my spins to 5. There's one missing here because it's already in my unhaul pile, but I did manage to read 4 out of 5 books. I read Take a Hint, Danny Brown, Party of 2 by Jasmine Gilroy, actually started and DNF'd The Beautiful by Renee Audier, and my other extra spin for this month comes from Stalking Jack the Ripper. I didn't actually get to my reread this month, so as a punishment, I am adding an extra spin to this month's TBR. If you want to see more about this, I will have my wrap-up in the next few days. Candyland Picks my TBR usually goes up first, and then my wrap-up, so be on the lookout for that. I can always link it in the description box once it is out. Without any more blabbering on my part, let's just get into it. Sorry if you hear my cat meow in the background. She's very talkative. There you go. But the first spin actually brought me to a double purple, and purple is a recent purchase. For that, I'm actually going to go with a book that I have pre-ordered for the month of August. I have purchased it already. It's just technically just not here, and for that I'm going to go with Where Dreams Ascend. I always forget the author's name, but I will be posting a picture right here, and this I really want to read because of Olivia at Oliviareadsalatte. I feel like I talk about her so much in these videos, but I watch her videos all the time, and she really hyped this one up. She had an early copy of this book and described it as The Greatest Showman, where our main character kind of resembles Zendaya, and one of the male love interests kind of makes her think of Zac Efron, and the connection they both had in the movie, not as Zac Efron and Zendaya. And that's really all I know about it. I know it is circus themed, and I believe it has to do with a contest where Zendaya has like magic powers or something, and it's kind of like circus related, and the character who resembles Zac Efron is one of the judges. That's what I know about it. Everybody has been raving about this book. I'm not one to read a lot of YA fantasy or fantasy in general, but this one really piqued my interest, and it's very niche in the sense that I love circus books. So first one on my TBR. This one comes out August 25th, so hopefully I still have time to read it, but we're doing it, we're putting it out there. Next spin brought me to a green, and green is now middle grade. Middle grade is one of the prompts that has extra little prompts, so we're going to shake this and pick out a prompt, which is a book with a strong adventure theme. Okay, I pretty much know what I'm going to pick for this one. So For the book with a strong adventure team, I'm actually going to go with the middle grade monthly book pick for August because I do try to participate when I can. That book is called The Jumbly, I believe that is how you pronounce it. All I know is that it has to do with a kind of creepy creature that lurks in the forest, and our main protagonist has to like save her town or something of the sorts from this creature when she realizes it's not a story and it is real. Totally works for this, and it also means that it's one less book that I need to add on extra to Candyland Picks my DVR. I love it when I can fit like readathon books and whatnot in for a prompt, so we're going with that for that one. I do have a physical copy coming to me, but yeah, just really excited for that. The next spin I fell on was a double yellow. Yellow has not changed. The prompt has remained a most anticipated read. For that, I definitely have to go with You Had Me at Hola. This is a romantic, kind of rom-com adult book where it kind of follows two actors from a telenovela. I believe this is like Latinx representation, which I hope. If not, I'm kind of going to be disappointed, but I'm not 100% sure. First of all, the cover is stunning. Everybody who's had early reviews has raved about this one, and just the concept sounds so amazing. I really believe that the plot takes off when our two main characters, who are supposed to be acting together in a telenovela, actually have struggles with on-air chemistry, so they have to spend more time off-air and get to know each other so that their chemistry becomes believable, and I guess they fall in love. That's what I've heard it is. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct. Do not quote me on that. I don't like to go into my romances knowing too much, but we are definitely adding this to this month's DVR. Then came along an Orange, and Orange is a TBR vet, another one of which has a new Ziploc bag filled with prompts. So we are going to shake this. This is one of them that I'm like most excited about because that means I get to more of my physical TBR. A book that has beach, sand, or sun on cover, or word summer on the cover as well. Ooh, this is fun. It's a good way to close out the summer months. Let me look at my bookshelf because I feel like so many of these would fit the prompt, and I'll be right back. So I feel like I turned around and I had so many book options, but I decided to go with The Rest of the Story by Sarah Dessen. This technically has a lake on it, which is what you see, like the blue of it is actually a lake. It has a pier and a little rowing boat. So I think it counts for this challenge. I've been meaning to get to this book ever since I got it, and I'm really excited because I did really enjoy all the other Sarah Dessen books I've ever read. This I'm probably going to listen via audiobook because audiobooks can make you be so productive or can let you play Animal Crossing for hours without feeling too guilty because you're listening to a book. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I know that this follows a main character who is named Emma Saylor, and I believe her mother passes away, so there's probably triggers for loss of a loved one in here. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that she hasn't really been in contact with her mother's family for years, and for some unexplained reason she actually has to go to this little summer town where they live, and she gets to reconnect with them, and also a childhood friend. I don't remember his name, but I think he has a very particular name. This sounds like a book I'm going to love because it has all the summer elements I adore in books. I'm a really big lover of summer books where something happens at the lake or a camp, and this is definitely going to fulfill my craving, so this is going to work for this prompt, and I've had it for over a year, so the next spin actually brought us again to a double purple, which again according to the chart is a recent purchase, and for that I will have to go with The Shadows by Alex North. This is an adult thriller and it has a unclear synopsis in my opinion, but from what I understand, it follows a main character who, when he was younger, this boy named Charlie actually committed a murder in their town, and he has left the town and never been back since. It's 25 years later and his mother actually needs help because she is aging, and so he decides to go back to this town. I believe a similar murder occurs, and it follows the timeline of a detective in the present and something that happens in the past. I don't know if our main character actually ran away from something, if he was included in something, if we're following a copycat, or the actual murderer that is back on the loose. I don't know what's going to happen. I also have a NetGalley audiobook copy of this one, so if I do find myself in a crunch, I might listen to this, but otherwise I do think I want to like read it. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel. Sometimes spooky books are hard for me to listen to, but yes, I also do want to say that I think Gabbyreads and Olivia from Oliviareadsalatte have a thriller readathon going on in the month of August. I haven't watched their announcement videos yet, but I will probably make a separate TBR if I need to, if that is the case. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. To make it clear, I will probably be participating if it's something I feel is fun and manageable for me in the month of August. The next spin actually brought us again to another orange, so we shall take the little baggie. I have removed the other prompt from the bag. A book with a map. Oh boy. Okay. This probably means like a fantasy book. So. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to figure this out. For this, I actually had a very easy answer because it's a book I really wanted to read, and that is The Ship of Shadows by Maria Kuzniar. This is a middle grade book that I was highly praised by Gavin at How to Train Your Gavin and Ashley at A Frolic Through Fiction. This I don't know much about, except for the fact that it follows a main protagonist who has always dreamed of adventure, and she daydreams about it, and her wishes are actually fulfilled when she comes to encounter a pirate ship with an all-female crew for some reason, which I don't know. I'll figure it out when I read it, and they go on an adventure together. It sounds absolutely wonderful, and just to show you guys, this book does have a map, so A+ for that. It is middle grade, it's short, and I cannot wait to read this one because I hope it fulfills my pirate cravings. The next spin brought us to Red. Red is actually now a thriller book, so this is again perfect for Olivia and Gabby's readathon. Hopefully I can fit those into it. Let me see, we're gonna go with this. Published in 2020, love that for me. I know this book is mostly considered horror, but since I don't have like a horror category, I'm just going to include it with thrillers. That is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, sorry about that. I don't know a lot about this, I don't want to know too much, but I know people have been tweeting about weird mushrooms in this book and just the house being very spooky and kind of like a character of its own. I think our main character is sent to see if her cousin is okay because apparently she was in danger. I don't know if it's like supernatural elements or someone is actually harming her. I'm not sure. It says, "He is trying to poison me. You must come for me. Noemi, you have to save me." So I'm guessing someone's trying to poison her cousin, and then our main character goes and the house ends up being creepy. I don't know. Don't want to know too much more, but I'm really happy I could fit it in this month's TBR. Spin ended up on pink, which is romance, but it also fell on candy, and when you follow along the candy on the board, it actually ends up being on a yellow square. So that means I need to read one pink book and one yellow book. For pink, we also have prompts. Pink is now romance, so we'll do that first. Okay, and this is read a new to you author. Woo! I have so many choices. Let me pick something out. I'll be right back. So this was a hard one to choose because I have so many books from so many different new to me authors in the romance genre that I want to read, and I eventually decided to go with Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan, which is the second book in the Hoops novel series. They are all companion novels. I don't have the first one because I buy these books when they are on sale because indie books can be very expensive. This is the second one, and it follows Jared and Banner. It is a dual perspective narrative, and the Hoops series also, just to mention, kind of follows different basketball players. This actually follows the manager of the basketball team and a girl who they both had history together from what I can grasp from the synopses at the back, because it says, if I had $1 for every time Jared Foster broke my heart, I'd have exactly $1. One night, one epic fail, $1 and I'm out. I move on, and I think the boy main character kind of wants to get her back in a way, because it says, if I had $1 for every time Banner morals made my heart skip a beat, the heart everyone assumes is frozen over, her anger is arousing, and it just keeps going. So I'm guessing it's going to be about her not wanting to have anything to do with him and him trying to, you know, make her fall in love with him with a basketball element. I cannot wait for this book. I hope I love it, because if not, I'll be so sad. But this is my first Kennedy Ryan book. I do own another one of her books. Hopefully I love her enough to continue on reading more. And as I mentioned, I also had to pick another yellow, which again, most anticipated read. This one is actually from a book that came out a few months ago that I have recently rediscovered after all the talk on Twitter, and that is Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed, I believe is the author's name. This again is an author of color. This was originally released in 2020 and also supposed to be the Reading Rush's group book. We're not going to get into that, but it kind of made me think about this book again when the Unfriendly Black Hotties, which is like Mayana Reads, I think Mina Reads is in there as well as other people I am subscribed to and follow on Instagram and Twitter. They have this group of black creators that review books by black authors. This is going to be their August book, so I'm going to take the opportunity to actually read it and participate in their live show at the end of the month. I have a copy on my way to me actually today. It should arrive, so that's going to be this selection for my most anticipated prompt. So these are all the books I am reading. I think it also fulfills all the books I am reading for different read-alongs for the month of August. If not, well, oops. So yeah, wish me luck. These are the 8 books I'm planning on reading, and hopefully I can get to a few more before school starts again for me in the fall. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys are reading in August. I'll see you very soon with another video. Be safe, happy reading. Don't forget to subscribe and like this as well. Bye guys!